Hello and welcome to another Sister A video. This one is on creating your subpages. We have finished our home page. It's complete and now it's time to go on and make these two subpages. The two I have chosen is dates and rates and about us. So what you do to create the two pages is very simple. You come here to where you can see your list of pages and click New File. You do not click Add File yet, but right here where this is highlighted, you type, and it's already ready for you to type, the name of your page. It does not need to be the complete name, just a short name for it to link to. And you don't want to have special symbols like the slash mark like I have that's going to be seen. So what you do is you go like, instead of dates and rates, I'm going to go rates.html. And then click Add File. My page has been created. I am on it. Now I'm going to create the About Us page. So I click a new one and type in about, and instead of just about, I'm going to go about us, but I'm not going to leave a space, .html, and click Add File. Now my two pages have been created, so now my job is, and what these instructions are telling you, is to take everything from up in here in the banner and the banner all the way up to the top, the whole header, and then you're going to take everything from the footer down to the end of the page. But before we do that, the best thing to do, since we have these hash marks right here for the child pages, which were to keep it from trying to go to a page until we actually made them. So now it's time to put the words in there. So we got to make sure that we put exactly what we named the page. So this one was rates.html, and the other one is About Us with no space and all lowercase, .html. So anyway, now I've created the pages, and the reason I do that step that we just did first is then I don't have to change it on each individual subpage. So now I'm going to get the header, and I'm going to put it on both pages. So all the way here from the top down to the end, right after the banner, get the header, the closing header. That's the header area, and I'm going to copy, and I'm going to go to each one of these two pages and paste. And then I'm going to go back and I'm going to grab off the index page the footer, everything from the top of the footer here to the end of the page, and put that on both pages. And it doesn't matter which one you do first, but usually give it a few spaces because you're going to fill in that center part. And same thing for the rates page. Okay, so now let's go check out our pages and see if the links we have work. So we're on the home page. But we can't tell whether we're on the dates page or the About Us page because they look exactly the same. So let's go back to each of our pages, and at the very top in the title, see how it still says home and we're on the About Us page? If you change this And then do the same thing for the dates and rates. All right. Now if we go back over there and we go to them, we can actually tell by looking up here in the address bar which page we are on. We're on the rates page. And the same thing if we go to the About Us page, About Us. Dates and rates, About Us. Otherwise, you can't tell them apart. One thing that I like to do is I like to have a different banner image. This is the one thing that you can do that's different. And you can change the banner image. And the way you do that is make sure that you upload a banner image. And I've uploaded this campground one and copy it. And I'm going to put that on the About Us page. And all I do is select the actual image URL, only that, and paste that banner image. And then when I go to that page, it has a different banner image. The dates and rates still has that one, but I can change that a little bit later. Now it's your job to go on and get started and create the center part of each of your pages, which is the part in between the header and the footer. And that can be laid out any way you want. You can even take and use the same exact format. Let's say you were doing the rates and dates. That would work very well for the same format we used on the index page. And let me go back to the index page, which is the left, right, and this one has a different one on the third. But here's one thing that's cool about doing classes instead of IDs for section 1 and section 2 is I could take this whole section, I could copy the whole page. I'm just going to quickly show you how to do this. And paste it over there on the dates and rates page. All right, now I've got a section 1 and a section 2 and a section 3. But dates and rates, I'm going to put like 3 rivers, 3 different rivers, and I'm going to make it, instead of section 3 down here, I'm going to make this a section 1 again. So I'm going to copy this whole section 1. I'm not going to get rid of section 3, but I'm going to add a section 1. And you're going to keep it section 1. And I'm going to put that down here after the end of section 2. And right now it's going to look very similar to the home page here. But I left that on so you could see. And now what I would do is I would go and I would tell the rates and about what river it is and put a picture of that river. And I would do the same thing here with a different river, and I would replace this content with the name of the river and a little bit about it, how much it costs, and that sort of thing. And then I would do the same thing on this section 1 that's down here on the bottom. So now it should be black, just like section 1 up there. Of course, the section 3 is black. But anyway, you get an idea of how you can reuse the exact same format, and then all you would have to change is the wording, the text that goes there, and the images. But my layout is basically done for me. You do not have to do it that way. Those of you that have other experience want to do 3 columns instead of 2, want to not do columns, you're welcome to format the center of your page how you wish. Like some people were showing me they did a right and a left gutter and then the main part down the center. Please knock yourself out and do your own thing in these pages. But if you're a beginner and you're just wanting to get the page, feel free, and there's no points off for doing what I just did, reusing. That's what it's there for. You'll find that if you go into this field, you will most definitely use and reuse things that you've done in the past. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it helped you. And also make sure you check out the infomercials this week. It's got some really cool items and it shows you how to code them, incorporate those into your 2 subpages. And I would love it if you did some of that. Happy coding!